Okay, hey everyone. Oh, hang on, I'll just turn off my camera. Okay, Anika, hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, everybody. This is Anika, and I have with me Liam today. Hope you're
And my
having a
name's
good day
Liam.
so far.
And yeah, my name's Liam, and I'll be one of your teachers today as well. So welcome to today's webinar.
Yeah. So we are sorry for any problems with any technical problems. We're trying to put up the materials shortly.
Anika, if you're having any trouble, would you like me to do it?
Yeah, probably it's better. My computer is super slow today.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to just put up
Yeah,
some information about me to introduce myself. My name's Liam. I'm 30 years old and I'm from Manchester in the UK. And Anika, while I upload the material, maybe you could introduce yourself to the students as well.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go ahead. So my name is Anika. I'm going to write that down. And I am 31 years old, and I was born in Bangladesh. And when I was 19, I had moved to Malaysia for a while. And I've been living in Italy now for 5.5 years.
5.5 years, right?
So
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. So what about you guys? If anybody's watching, please tell us where you are from, where you are participating from. We are curious, so we always appreciate your comments or any questions you have.
Absolutely,
Okay, so,
yeah. Yeah, we always want to know, don't we, Anika? We always want to know where everyone is from.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
Okay, so guys,
some people are
today.
joining us. We have 4 people here with us.
Sorry, Anika, I didn't hear any of that. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
So we can see 4 people joining us today.
Yes.
So welcome. So hi, Alex. I'm from Riccione. That's great to know.
Oh,
We're
hi.
live here from France, and we are happy to have you from everywhere.
We certainly
so
are.
Alex is
Okay, so today, guys, in this webinar is for students who are level 4 to 5, and we are talking today about buying clothes. Okay, so to buy, okay, first of all, we just need to be clear. Okay, what does it mean if we buy clothes? Hello?
Yeah, please feel free to answer the questions to buy. So it may take a while for us to receive the answers, so probably I'm gonna go ahead. To buy something is when you get something in exchange for money. You pay for an item and you get it. So you buy that thing. So we are going to talk about buying clothes specifically today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, for example, Anika, what are some other things that we usually buy?
So we often buy shoes, and these days we often buy food from the supermarket. So Nancy here says, "Hi, I get dress trousers." So Nancy, would you like to specify what you mean by "I get"? Do you mean you buy dresses and trousers?
Yeah, so because
So when I go shop, sorry for
oh,
speaking over
sorry.
you.
No, just I was going to say that Nancy has been very helpful there because to buy and to get, we can use those as synonymous phrases, right, Anika? We can say, I'm going to
Yeah,
get some trousers, I'm going to buy some trousers, for example.
yeah, surely, great. That's right. You can say get as a synonym of buy.
Exactly. Very good. So that's a good example, Nancy. Thank you for this example because, yeah, we can use get, but I think maybe there could be some confusion because there is to get, which means
Mhm.
to buy, okay? And then there's this expression, okay, which is to get dressed. And I think maybe there could be some confusion there, right, Anika?
All
Because these
right.
two sound similar,
Yeah,
don't they?
they do. That's the reason why I was wondering if Nancy meant to get dressed. Yeah,
Exactly, because
we could.
it could sound very similar, right? You know, you get clothes means you buy them, but you get dressed means you wear the clothes, you put on the clothes, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, yeah. So I believe Nancy meant she buys dresses and trousers.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's right. I think that's what she meant, but it's still very helpful because we still
Mhm.
understand both examples now. We've got two examples of to get, so we can see
Mhm.
why they're different, can't we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's great.
Really good. Okay, so why don't we move on to our first slide? Okay, so guys, in this focus today, we are talking about asking where things are. We are talking about trying on clothes, and we are talking about paying in a shop. Okay, so those are the three things. Before I go to the next slide, Anika, do you have just any quick
Mhm.
comments about what we're speaking about today?
Well, these are really useful expressions. So if you go shopping in a country where they speak English, so this could be uh, the right lesson for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a very good point, isn't it? Because when we, I don't know, Anika, when we go on holiday, we often want
Mhm.
to look at clothes in other countries. Sorry, clothes in other shops, don't we? We're interested in other clothes.
Yeah. Yes. Sure. Other clothes, and also if you have problems with some clothes, if you're looking for different sizes, different colors, different expressions are always useful.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because probably, Anika, you and I have probably experienced some problems, some difficulty, maybe here in Italy, maybe in other countries, when we want to buy something or try something
Mhm.
on, and we don't
Yeah.
know how to communicate this information.
Yes, definitely. Sometimes you want to look for the fitting room, or if there are problems with clothes that are uh, the wrong size.
Absolutely,
Expression that I
absolutely.
heard Liam
All
say
right.
is really common when going shopping.
Sorry, what was the what did you say, Anika? I couldn't hear you.
So the phrasal verb that I heard you say, Liam, is to try on. So I thought it
Yes,
was a useful expression for students to know. So I'm going to write that down. To
yes,
try
that's a
on
good one.
clothing is when you go ahead and put it on yourself and check if it looks okay, if everything is fine.
Absolutely. Because Anika, in a more general way, Anika, what does it mean to try? Like, for example, can I say to try food? What does that mean?
Right. So in general, when you try something, you check what you think about it. You look for, you want to taste or see how it is. For example, if you try a new type of food or new dish, you check how it tastes, or you check if everything is okay.
Very good. Yeah, that's great. Exactly. It's like to attempt something, for example, you know, so you can try learning, for example, right?
Yeah, to attempt could be a synonym to try.
Awesome. All right, Anika, shall we look at some vocabulary?
Yes, let's go ahead. Great.
Let's do it. Okay, so we've got here some clothing vocabulary. Okay, so these are what we say sometimes. Sometimes say items of clothing. Okay, so these mean like individual clothes. Okay, so we can talk about items of clothing, or we can just talk about clothes. And the good thing is that, Anika, the easy part, what's the plural of clothes?
So the plural of clothing is clothes.
Yeah, the plural of clothes is clothes. So we don't need to use it in a you know, we don't need to use it in a singular form. For example, like if I have one t-shirt, you know, we talk about clothes, not clothes, for example.
Yeah, that's a good point you're making. A lot of students get confused with the word clothes.
They do.
It looks
They do.
plural,
Absolutely.
but it can be both.
Okay, so guys, we can see that we've got 8 different items of clothing on the screen in front of us, don't we? And I just want to see, I can see that, I think, is it Nancy is already, she's already answering some of them. And I think, Anika, she's getting them right, isn't she?
Yes, she is. I can see her. She has answered one question already. Oh, and B as well. Well done, Nancy. Good job.
But Nancy, I would say that C is a little bit more specific than trousers. Okay. Okay, because
Yeah.
I mean, Anika, trousers and jeans, not the same, right?
Well, it's a type of trouser, I would say.
Yeah, but like
Jeans, I think, are more commonly used for specifically trousers made of the material jeans.
yeah, made of denim.
Yeah, made of denim. Yeah.
Exactly. And in fact, Anika, I'm going to put it up on the screen like this. This is the way I would explain it.
All jeans are trousers, but not all trousers are jeans. Yeah, well explained. Yeah.
I hope that, fingers crossed, I hope that's clear.
All right, so Nancy has answered up until D here. So well done. We can see
Yeah,
boots.
well done, Nancy.
Yeah.
And she's
Good
she's
job.
going to keep going. Very good. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, I was just going to say, anyone else, feel free to join in. We've got 3 more, F, G, and H as well. If anybody else wants to try and answer some of these, because so far, Nancy has answered all of them correctly.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Alex, we've got another one. Alex Federici says F is a jumper. Okay.
Oh, well done. So
Very
Nancy,
good.
I think she knows the word sweater. But
Nearly, yeah. Not tweeter, but the sweater.
Yeah. Great. So I'm going to write the word here, S-W-E-A-T-E-R, sweater.
Thank you
so
very
what
much.
do you prefer to say, Liam? Do you prefer to say sweater or jumper?
Well, I mean, because I'm from the United Kingdom, so we don't say sweater, okay? Because it's an important distinction. Is that jumper is UK English, while sweater is US English. So for me, I would never say sweater because I'm British. I would always say a jumper, but I don't know if Anika, which one would you say?
I am very used to saying sweater and not jumper.
Okay.
Yeah, probably if I ever travel to the UK, I will start saying jumper.
You'll adjust.
I'll adjust.
Okay, Nancy answered another one here. She said that G was a top, and then both Nancy and Alex have identified H as a dress.
Excellent.
That is really good, isn't it? Really impressive.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put these answers up here so everyone can see them. Okay. And there you can see all of these here. Okay, that is great. So, Anika, can I ask you for a couple of points of clarification on some of these items of clothing?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, Anika, could you tell us, for example, let's see, what's the difference between a skirt and a dress? How would we explain that?
So a skirt is a clothing item for women that is worn at the bottom part of the body. And it's usually worn with another piece. You wear a skirt with a top. You combine, which is difficult for us women to find the right combination of a top and a skirt sometimes. Whereas a dress is a one piece of clothing item for women. A lot of students confuse the word dress as a general word for clothes, but in English, a dress is a one piece item for women to wear.
Ah, right. Okay. So we've got to remember the difference between, I guess what you're saying, Anika, is we've got dress, the noun, but we've got to dress, and that's the verb, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, important point that you have mentioned. That's right. So dress can be either a noun or a verb. So if you dress in something, you wear it, you have it on. So if you are dressed in a skirt and a top, you are wearing a skirt and a top.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Really good. Thank you, Anika. Okay, can I ask you another question?
No problem. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, because just maybe some students are a bit confused by example G, where we talk about a top. Because a top, it looks very similar to a dress, but I think it's a little bit different. Can you explain that?
Right, absolutely. So a top is an item of clothing for women that you wear on the top part of your body, and you combine it with either a trouser or a skirt. Whereas a dress is something that you wear just on its own. You do not need to combine it with something else. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's that. I guess that's really good because we can say that, for example, Anika, I can wear a top and a skirt together, for example. But if I wear a dress, I only wear a dress. Is that right?
That's right. Yes, that's what I was going to say. And a top is a top refers to something worn by only women, and sometimes I find students confusing it with a shirt instead. So top is specifically for women.
Okay, and what about just final one? And I think this one's an easy one, Anika. The difference between boots and shoes.
I'm sorry, could you say that again, Liam?
Sorry, yeah, just the little, it's just a very simple one, I think, but just in case students aren't clear, the difference between boots and shoes.
Oh, that's a very good question. Boots normally refer to so shoes are very general. So anything you wear on your feet that is closed is a shoe. But boots are usually higher. It covers more um, of your above the ankle. It covers above the ankle, so it's a bigger type of shoe. So normally
Mm,
you would wear boots in winter, whereas shoes can be worn at any weather.
okay, that's really good to know. Yeah, okay. All right, good. Okay, I think we can move on. I don't think there are any other ones we need to check over, do we, Anika?
I think we're good. I think that's
Okay, all right.
all.
Okay, now this part, now this is really important, okay, because this is about asking questions.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think maybe Anika, if we
Mm.
talk about maybe the first part is when we have questions in English, what are
Mhm.
some important things to remember? For example, we need to remember our auxiliary verbs. Is that right?
That's right. Very important.
What else is
So
important?
normally we use the auxiliary verb do. If your subject is you, you often say do. So many questions you ask directly to one person, use do you.
Yes, like for example, like do you play? Do you go? Do you watch? For
Mhm.
example, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's
And so
good.
I think mhm.
But for example, Anika, if I've got this word, okay, this word where, okay, maybe that's the
Mhm.
first thing we should check is the meaning of the question words as well. Actually, that was my mistake. Um,
Mhm.
Anika, what does the question word where speak about? What does it refer to?
So where refers to the location or a
Awesome.
place. Right. So we at the beginning of the lesson we were asking where the students are from. So for example, Alex was from Riccione. So
Fantastic.
where
Yeah,
refers
great
yeah.
example with a real student. I like that. Okay. And so thank you, Anika, for where. I'll explain now how
Yeah.
often, okay, how often we use in
Mhm.
English when we want to talk about frequency. Okay. How often is
Yeah.
related to frequency. Okay. So it refers to, for example, maybe how many times every day or every week or every month you do
Mhm.
something. Okay, we call that frequency. Okay,
Yeah, that's true. Right.
all right. And this
Right.
one, Anika, very common one, but the one
Mhm.
what? Okay, we hear
Yes,
this
I
word all the
would.
time.
Yes, so what refers to things? So if you want to know about what exactly something is, you say what. Very common. For example, what is your name? So you
Yeah, for
name the
example, yeah. I
thing.
mean, I would say it's almost too general, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be thing,
But
it
I
can
think,
be
I mean, if we
tangible things
add
or. Mhm.
Yeah, I was just going to say if we add, we could say what is for things, information, situation. I think it's very general, but it's also very useful. We can use it in lots of different ways. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it could be something tangible or intangible, or just
Oh, very nice
concept.
too. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Anika. Okay. Now,
Right?
when? Okay. This one is used for time and date. Okay,
That's
so
right.
time
Mhm.
and date. Okay, so that's when we want to talk about when something happens or when something happened maybe in the past, for example.
Right.
So I don't know, for example, Anika, today, when are you having lunch or dinner?
So I will be having lunch at 2 p.m. today.
Okay, fantastic, because
2
2
o'clock
p.m.,
today.
awesome, yeah,
Yeah,
because
2
2
o'clock in
p.m.
the
is a
afternoon.
time.
Yeah. What about you, Liam? When are you having lunch today?
Haha, I will be having lunch today at 3 p.m. because I have another class after this.
I see.
All right,
That's
cool.
a late lunch you're having today.
It's a late lunch, but that's okay with me. I don't mind. I don't mind that at all.
Okay.
Okay, Anika, can you help us with the next one?
Sure. So with who is used for asking about people. Um, so for example, but when you use this in a question, you don't say with who, but the preposition always go at the end.
Mm.
For example, who do you go shopping with? Um, so prepositions are always at the end. For example, where are you from and not from where are you? Where are you from? Who do you go shopping with? So, for example, I go shopping with, I go shopping alone actually. I prefer to go shopping on my own so I can take my time and
Ah,
go
okay.
around as much as possible. What about you, Liam? Who do you like to go shopping with?
I usually like to go, I don't know, sometimes it depends. If I'm going food shopping, sometimes I like to go alone because I want to take my time, like you said. But then other times I like to go with my girlfriend because we both like food and we like cooking. So it's a
Mhm.
nice experience for us.
Right. Okay. So
Okay,
favorite.
and the last one
Let me
here is favorite. Okay, and this is used when you want to talk about your preference in a, for example, in a superlative way. Okay,
Mhm.
so because preference can sometimes just be about when you have two things and you prefer one
Mhm.
of them, but your favorite would be the one that is for you is like your number one. For example, Anika, I can
Mhm.
ask you, Anika, what
Yeah.
is your favorite food?
So my favorite food would be lasagna. I think is very, very delicious.
So that is, so for example, so that would be,
Mhm.
okay. Anika would say, my favorite food is lasagna. Okay, so I'm sure lots of people agree with you, Anika, and
Mhm.
uh, probably not only Italians, but people all over the world, I think.
Yeah.
All right, but so now, Anika, we need to use
Mhm.
these words on the screen. We need to use
Mhm.
them to construct questions. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so we talked
Oh.
about question words. We talked about
Mhm.
auxiliaries. So, Anika, in a question word, what do we use first? Do we use the question word or do we use the auxiliary?
We use the question word when we ask a question. So when we use the question word first when we ask a question.
Uh-huh. Okay. And then what
Oh,
comes after the question word then? Is that when we use the auxiliary?
then we use the auxiliary. Yes, absolutely.
Right. Okay. So it's always question word first, then the auxiliary.
Yes.
Okay. And Anika, if
Yeah.
I'm talking to a person, for example, okay, say I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking to you, for
Hmm.
example, where do I put that in the question? Does that come before the auxiliary or after?
It comes just after the auxiliary.
Okay.
Do you? Does she? Yeah.
So that would be the subject, for example.
Yes.
Okay, and then finally, I guess that here we're talking in the present tense, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, so then what form of the verb do we need?
We need to use the infinitive or the bare infinitive without to.
Okay, so what we can see, I think, is this right, Anika? And let me just show you, and you tell me if this is correct for constructing a question.
That's absolutely right. So we have here QU, that stands for question word. We have A, which means auxiliary. We have our S, subject, and then the infinitive form of the verb. So an easy way to remember the question structure is the quasi formula.
That is awesome. And that's a really easy way for Italians to remember, right? Because that's like the same as the Italian word quasi.
Yes, definitely. It's very helpful for remembering.
Excellent. So I think, Anika, should we ask the students if any of them, we can give them a minute and ask any of the students if they want to give us an example with where? Okay, if we're talking about shopping for clothes, shall we let the students just for a minute?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, guys, so we're going to give you just 1 minute. Okay, how do we ask these questions about clothes? Okay, and we can say post your answers in the comment section. Okay, because Anika and I can tell you, obviously, but I think, Anika, we want to know what these guys think. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so we are starting with where. So ask us any question with where, which refers to location or places, as we mentioned before. Okay.
Okay, so we'll just see if anybody, we'll just give you guys another 30 seconds. And it's okay if you don't know, maybe you're a little shy, but then we will give you, I mean, Anika, there are a couple of answers, right? There's not just one possible answer to these.
Yes, there can be different, could be different answers.
So we'll just wait another 10 seconds and see if anyone's going to give us an example. Don't worry if you're not sure, guys. It's no problem at all.
Oh, we have an answer here.
Oh, here's a good one. Where do you buy shoes? That looks pretty good to me, right, Anika?
Yeah, it's perfectly correct. Where do you buy shoes?
All right, excellent. Thank you very much, Nancy, because that is a great example.
Yeah.
I think another one, I would say this one. I would say this would be my example. I don't know if, Anika, you thought of the same or a different one, but this would be my question.
That's what I was thinking as well. Where do you go shopping? Yeah. So
very good.
Yeah, there in Milan there are lots of places to go shopping, by the way.
Absolutely.
So I don't know about where you guys live. Is it a good if there are good places to go shopping in?
Okay, I think we've got another correct answer from Alex Federici. How often do you buy clothes? That looks pretty good to me.
That's a good one.
Really good one. Anika, did you have a different one for how often or the same?
I was thinking of how often do you go shopping?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I think Alex has a more interesting question here.
It is. We're getting lazy, aren't we, Anika? The students are thinking of better answers.
Yes. You guys are doing great. So keep the comments coming.
Yeah, just to say to both Nancy and Alex, your answers were correct and were fantastic. We're just giving additional answers because there's more than one possible answer. But you guys are giving us some great answers so far. We really appreciate it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, now this next one, I don't know if this one will be a bit more difficult, but the question words here is what. So again, we'll just give you guys 30 seconds or a minute, and maybe someone can give us an example with what. And I'll be interested if Anika and I think of the same again.
Yeah, it's definitely a very general question, isn't it?
It's
And
very general. I think we
possible
could think of a lot of different examples here. Okay, just give it another 10 seconds. Okay, Anika, what would be your question with what? Can you give one example and maybe I can give a different one? Hello, Anika. Hi, Anika. Okay.
Okay, so if anyone's still watching, please feel free to post the right question with what. Question that starts with what. I hope you can still hear me, Liam, if you're
Yeah,
there.
sorry. We couldn't before, but we can now. And oh, here's a really good one from Nancy. Anika, check out this one.
Hello?
Hey, Anika, we can hear you.
Alex has already posted an answer. What do you buy in the shop? Very good. Nancy here says, what do you prefer to buy? Clothes or accessories? All right, so what do you prefer to buy? Clothes or accessories? Well done, Nancy.
Really good.
And
what do you buy? Absolutely. I would pose this one. This would be my example. This would be my example. What do you like to shop for? You know, so if people like to shop for books, for clothes, etc.
hello?
Hi, Anika, we can hear you. Okay, I'm not sure if Anika maybe has had a sound problem, but I think we can carry on, and maybe Anika can, she'll be able to rejoin us in a few minutes.
If anyone can hear me, can you please let me know?
Yes, we can hear you now. Okay, I think
if you can hear me, this is Anika speaking. If you can hear me, let me know. And if you can hear Liam speaking, please let us know.
I can hear you, Anika. I'm not sure if the students can.
Hello?
Hello. Okay, guys, sorry, I don't know. Okay. Guys,
oh, that's
I don't
great,
know if,
Nancy. It's good to know that you can hear.
Okay, Anika.
Okay, so since you can hear me, I'm going to go ahead with the rest of the questions here. So we were talking about what previously. What do you, so these are great questions, Alex. What do you buy in the shop? Liam here says, what do you like to shop for? Okay. Okay, so those are just different ways of saying the same thing. So for example, I often like to shop for clothes, but I try to resist. And I also like to shop for food because I enjoy cooking. What about you guys? Feel free to type it in the comment section to let us know what you like to shop for. Okay, so let's move ahead to the next question word, when. Okay, so can anyone post? So great. So Liam here says, I love shopping for books and food. Right. So, oh, me too. I also like shopping for books. What about you guys? So Nancy and Alex, if you guys are around or anybody else, share it with us. Books are specifically really nice to shop for because you can spend a lot of time relaxing, checking out different books. Okay, so while we are waiting for your answers, let's move on to the next question word, when. So as we said before, when refers to the time of something. When you want to know the time of something, you say when. So what could be a question you can ask using when? So please write a question using the quasi rule that we have mentioned before. Okay, when, etc. So I'll give you a minute to think about it. So Nancy says she prefers shopping for food. That's great, Nancy. So I imagine that you love cooking. So shopping for food is great for me as well. Just one little thing here for prefer, you spell it with one R only, Prefer. You prefer shopping for food. Okay, so let's see. Since we're running out of time, so we're going to discuss a question here that Liam has posted. When do you like going shopping? That's the question that I was thinking about as well. So when do you like going shopping? So if you're talking about shopping for, okay, so that's an interesting question to ask as well. So for example, I like shopping at the weekends, usually. What about you guys? Let us know when you prefer to go shopping. Okay, so let's move on to the next question word, with who. Who is the question word? So remember a specific structure that we have discussed about question words with preposition. Can you please write it on the comment section below? A question with who. So I have some, so thank you, Liam. Liam likes shopping on Saturday. And Alex says, I am going shopping. So one little thing, Alex, I go shopping 2 times a month and not I am going shopping. I go shopping. You use I am going, the present continuous, when you talk about something that you're doing at the moment, right now. But in general, you'd go. Nancy here says, when do you wear jackets? Yeah, that's a correct question. Well done. So we wear jackets, or I wear jackets when it's cold outside. Okay, now we're discussing who, a question with who. I'll give you some time to write a question. We have discussed one previously. Let's see if you guys remember. While I'm waiting for your answers, so let's discuss this sentence here. I wear a jacket in the spring and autumn. Great, so we're getting comments from Liam saying he wears a jacket in spring and autumn. Great. You're welcome, Alex. Yeah, thank you for your answers. Those were great answers. So Nancy says, I go shopping in sales. So when you go shopping during the sales period, or when there is a discount. Okay, so so since it's taking a bit of time, we're going to go ahead and discuss a question with who. For example, who do you go shopping with? Okay. Who do you go shopping with? So as we said before, with should be at the end of the sentence, end of the question. Okay, who do you go shopping with? So that's an interesting question we were talking about. We have discussed before. So let's talk about the last word here, which is not exactly a question word, but a general word to talk about your preference in the superlative way, as we talked about before. So Liam here says he goes shopping with his girlfriend, right? So if you want to share about who you go shopping with, please feel free to share. So Alex here says, I usually go shopping alone, right? So I prefer to go shopping on my own, to be honest, because I can take my time and relax. So who do you go shopping with? And finally, let's talk about favorite, right? So any questions with favorite, please write it down in the comment section below. So you want to know about the person's preference in the superlative way. So here Nancy here says in her comment, who do you help to choice? So I think you mean who do you get help from, or who do you ask for help to choose clothes, right? Who Okay, taking a little bit of time here, so I'm going to write it down for you. Who do you ask for help to choose your clothes? That's a great question. So I ask if I go shopping with my friends, my female friends, that's very helpful. They give me their opinion, and that really helps me choose my clothes. Liam here says, what is your favorite type of shop? What is your favorite type of shop is a great question here. So for me, for example, my favorite type of shop is bookstores. Bookstores are a great place for me to hang out, right? So we are running out of time now, so that's all the time we have for the lesson today. So if you have any last minute questions, please feel free to ask. So I'll give you a minute. And so yes, we are really sorry for the sound issues. So we lost Liam after a while. But thank you for being with us and participating, and keep on answering the questions. We always appreciate that. So we are running a lot of these webinars every day. So I hope you join us next time. And I hope you guys also, we can also see you soon during the, after the situation is different, all right? So Nancy says, my favorite shop is shoe shops. All right, that's great. I love shoe shopping as well. Probably not my favorite, but I love it. All right, so unfortunately, I will have to say goodbye. We're running out of time. So have a great day, guys. Bye.